Hi, my family members. I have come with another new video. Watch the full video, and to show your love, please subscribe my channel. Without wasting any time, let's start the video.
Honestly, it seems odd, but I don't get a bad feeling about him. What do you think, Cecil? I also don't think he's hostile, Mark, but nothing's certain yet. We have to be cautious this time. Yeah, I guess none of us want a repeat of what happened with another being from space, right? Exactly. Even though Goku doesn't act aggressive, there's no denying his strength is extraordinary, and we need to know how to deal with that. For the moment, you're the strongest we have for this job, so I'm leaving it in your hands too. Well, if we can count on his help, that's fine by me. After hearing Invincible's words, Cecil nodded seriously. Though he didn't openly show it, he was already forming a plan to keep close watch on Goku. Not only because of his power, but also because his presence might draw in unknown threats. While Goku's evaluation ended, the results truly surprised Cecil's team. Goku's body demonstrated incredible resilience during the test, not to mention the enormous strength he showed by lifting whatever they gave him without difficulty. Once the testing was done, Goku took the opportunity to walk around the labs full of genuine curiosity, though he noticed the scientists' skeptical glances. While Goku roamed the facilities, Invincible decided to accompany him, partly to ensure Goku wouldn't cause any trouble, but also because he was curious about this strange warrior from another world. At the same time, from what Immortal had said, Goku seemed to be from a different race as well. Unlike the others, Mark felt more at ease striking up a casual conversation. I heard you say you're a Saiyan, right? So, what exactly does that mean? Well, supposedly, Saiyans are a race of warriors from another planet. But to be honest, I'm not like most of them because I grew up on Earth. I learned to protect it instead of destroying things like other Saiyans did in the past. Mark was surprised and intrigued by Goku's explanation. It sounded very similar to the Viltrumites, and Mark also felt a connection in the fact that Goku was raised on Earth despite being from another planet. I see. So your race also used to conquer planets, like the Viltrumites. He sounded a bit down, presumably because he was currently dealing with the fact that he was also half Viltrumite, a race he despised for their cruelty. Goku noticed how Invincible's mood soured, so he wondered why that was. In fact, now that Goku thought about it, the first thing he had heard upon arriving was questions about whether he knew about Viltrumites, as if there was a strong reason everyone was wary of them. I can tell everyone's worried or upset whenever they talk about Viltrumites. Did something happen with that race? Invincible hesitated at first, recalling all the horrors his father had caused, as well as what Omni-Man had revealed about Viltrum, but he sighed and decided to explain clearly. The truth is, we went through something terrible not long ago involving them. Many people died because of a Viltrumite. He said the Empire won this planet and was prepared to do whatever it took to carry out that mission. Invincible grew sadder as he spoke about the events that had happened, but it was necessary for Goku to understand why everyone was so on edge. And the thing is, the Viltrumite who did that was my father. He came here under the false pretense of protecting people. He even started a family, but apparently he only had me so that I would join the Empire and conquer Earth. Invincible's words reminded Goku of how he felt when he learned of his origin through his brother Raditz. Goku also disapproved of the Saiyans' atrocities, and he never identified with that part of his heritage. Moved by sympathy, he patted Mark on the back to console him, letting him know he understood. I know it's not easy dealing with that kind of thing. It's like the actions of our people define us just because we belong to that race. But you can always be the exception and fight for what really matters. My adoptive grandfather taught me there are better ways to use our strength. I've faced a lot of opponents, but I always fight with a desire to push myself and protect others, not to hurt them. Mark could see the honesty in Goku's eyes, and he began to feel more comfortable around him. Though he still wasn't entirely letting his guard down, he was starting to think Goku might be someone he could trust, and more importantly, someone who understood him because they were in very similar situations. It really feels good to talk about this with someone who gets it. He seemed like a good guy, despite being so unusual. Goku simply smiled upon hearing Mark's words, happy to see he was feeling better. Thanks. Although to me, everything here is strange. It looks like most people wear those flashy suits. Are they all heroes like you? Not everyone, really. But yeah, most of us here are heroes. Or at least we try to be. I'd love to see what kind of abilities the other heroes have sometime. Of course, only if and when you think it's okay. Mark smiled, somewhat infected by Goku's energy. But before they could continue talking, the immortal, who had been nearby listening, joined them, keeping his serious gaze fixed on Goku. For now, that won't be possible. Cecil has assigned us to keep an eye on you while you're here. Don't get me wrong, Goku. You might not be like Omni-Man, but I don't easily trust beings from other planets. Goku simply nodded, understanding the immortal's concern. That's fine. I don't mind you keeping watch. After all you've been through, it's only normal. If I were in your place and a stranger suddenly showed up, I'd probably do the same thing, I guess. Goku's direct and sincere response took the immortal by surprise. Despite not showing it openly, the immortal was beginning to feel that maybe this warrior wasn't like other aliens he fought in the past. Meanwhile, Goku and the others were chatting as Cecil continued reviewing the preliminary reports on Goku's physiology, which he still found astonishing. Though his strength, speed, and endurance surpassed even his highest expectations for the planet's top heroes, making him an enigma. Yet what intrigued Cecil most was Goku's attitude. How can someone so powerful act so carefree? Is it all an act, or is he really that straightforward? Later, Cecil decided to put Goku to a more controlled test, proposing a combat simulation to assess his true potential. To that end, he called his strongest heroes, Invincible and the Immortal. Goku was excited by the idea of a practice fight, so he immediately agreed. Without further delay, they all headed to the training area. The battlefield was a large hall fitted with advanced technology built to withstand devastating attacks, perfect for this sort of thing. Goku got ready, stretching casually, while Invincible and the Immortal watched him closely, ready for anything. Meanwhile, Cecil observed everything from the control room with his team, aiming to gain a better understanding of Dotha's abilities. Alright, it is just a test fight. Though I do expect you to fight in earnest, don't go destroying our base. Understood? I promise. I'm eager to see your strength, Goku. I hope you don't mind. When the signal to begin sounded, Invincible and the Immortal flew forward, propelled by their powers. The Immortal led with his raw strength, throwing a direct punch at Goku's face, while Mark tried to flank him from another angle. However, Goku dodged both attacks with surprising ease, moving at a speed that was barely perceptible. This left both heroes stunned, as for them, it was as if he had completely vanished. Wow, you're fast! But you can still improve. With a carefree smile, Goku reappeared behind him with his arms folded. How did he do that? He's incredibly fast. The Immortal didn't let the surprise slow him down. He unleashed a barrage of blows, each stronger than the last. Goku blocked the punches without any trouble, as though testing how strong the Immortal really was. You're strong, Immortal, but you still need to work on your speed. To illustrate his point, Goku sped up and returned the blow to the Immortal, sending him crashing into one of the training room's walls. In an instant, Goku then appeared in front of Invincible, striking him in the torso and knocking him back toward the Immortal. Invincible barely had time to register the pain of the impact. Cecil noticed that Goku was controlling his power very well. Despite the force of those hits, neither Invincible nor the Immortal was bleeding or badly hurt. Both heroes got back up, ready to keep fighting. This is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. Definitely hurt. His strength isn't just amazing. He's a master of combat. Don't let that get to you. I know you can push yourselves further. Goku's words spurred the heroes on, and they renewed their assault with greater speed. To make it more interesting, Goku traded blows with them at a quick pace, causing their fists to clash with enough force to shake the area, but not dangerously. Both Invincible and the Immortal were growing increasingly overwhelmed by the difference in power between their attacks and Goku's, but they kept up their determination. The ever more frantic fight stunned Cecil and his entire team, who couldn't believe how easily Goku held his own against their strong heroes at such high velocity. And it was obvious Goku wasn't fighting seriously yet, since he didn't seem to be exerting himself in the slightest. After a few more minutes, Cecil finally decided to end the demonstration, allowing everyone to land gently on the ground. Invincible and the Immortal were left speechless. Despite combining their strength, they hadn't managed to land a single hit on Goku. Far from feeling humiliated, though, both felt a spark of inspiration, realizing that with Goku's help, they might become even stronger. You two are good. Which in practice, you
Could reach much greater heights. If you want, I can help you train. For the first time, the immortal dropped a bit of his aloofness, at least enough to be open to improvement. Even so, in his mind, Omni-Man remained the true foe. I might take you up on that, but don't think I'll trust you so easily. Invincible, on the other hand, seemed more enthusiastic. He was determined to protect his world after everything his father had done. I definitely want to get stronger, so I'm in. Goku smiled at both of their responses, glad to see that he was slowly earning these heroes' trust. Although there was still much to do, he was excited about what the future held in this strange but fascinating new world.